Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host Dexter, Arafiles, and today we'll be doing an unboxing of the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. And as you can see here, it has that nice clear package of the newer SH Figuarts, and I'm pretty excited about this one because he has the new leg joints. So this figure should be really interesting to unbox. I've been looking forward to this one. This one I had to purchase from overseas, and it was really hard to find, but I managed to get it at a place which is now sold out, called Plaza Japan. So yeah, he was a really difficult find when he was first announced, so I was pretty excited that I managed to get him. So let's open him up and let's see how he is. Now, as you know, wow, that's pretty cool looking. The Super Saiyan 3, the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku, was not very good. He had loose joints, the hair was really heavy, he wasn't a very balanced figure, and pretty much he was not well received, especially since the SDCC Goku was pretty good, I guess. Regardless, he had very loose joints, but then you put that on something with a very heavy head, and it was just atrocious. So let's see what's going on here with this guy. Let's see if they solved all the problems, which is loose joints and a very imbalanced figure. And wow, let's look at this guy. He's pretty cool looking. So here he is with all his glory. Let's take a closer look. Let's focus in on that. Let's look in his face. Let's get closer. So what we have here is a much darker Goku outfit. Of course, we don't get any of the insignias that he usually has. We just get a plain Goku, and we have that smiling face as a default. Now, one thing I noticed, actually, before we even continue on with this unboxing, I just wanted to bring out something. Now, I know this. I usually do this in the scale part, but this is a kind of a custom Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. So I obviously bought the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and he was just really bad, and I didn't like him, and a lot of people were willing to pay top dollar, so I had to sell him. So what I did was I got a Super Saiyan 2 Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, and then Daetong, the knockoff company, was selling these Super Saiyan 3 heads on eBay. So I said, well, I need Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I might as well see what's going on here. So I bought the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which is an almost exact clone. Let's look closer into that, of the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So I thought this definitely fit the bill, and then when this one was announced, I said, let's see if he replaces him. So let's look at the difference here, and one of the main differences that I noticed is obviously the color scheme. The whole color scheme of the newer Super Saiyan 3 Goku has this shimmery hair. Look, I don't know if even the camera can capture it, but it's definitely a different type of color instead of this yellow with orange kind of like highlights, I guess. This one is a very shimmery gold, as it should be, I think, and I think this one definitely looks better. And Kira is here to join us again. Yeah, I really like that. That does look better, and because, you know, this is kind of his ultimate form at the time, so it should look really nice. And also another thing is, look at that, he's decently balanced. Now, the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku was not very balanced at all, and then you put loose joints on it, it was just horrible. And then here he is. See, so they're decently balanced. This one is definitely more balanced, and that's thankful to these new joints. And obviously all the joints are really tight. So yeah, really liking that. Let's see, can you pull this off? Yes, you can. Just like the original, you can pull that off and probably do some face swaps, which we will do in the accessories section. So let's put that back on. Let's see that. Okay, so overall, he's pretty good looking. Let's look closer into that suit. I know it's like really dark orange. Look at that, really dark. Let me focus better. Yeah, so it's really dark. And then we have, actually this is very reminiscent of the SDCC Goku, which had that dark orange. So it kind of doesn't match. Well, I take that back. He does match, but it's like, I think the problem here is, let's compare, okay? Let's compare with the other Gokus. So what I have here is a Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Okay. And what I have here is the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And the problem here is the Super Saiyan 2 Goku is a lighter yellowish orange. Heck, you can even see it here in the Super Saiyan 3 custom that I have. And that kind of throws off the entire Goku thing that he has going on here, is because that color is so different. So what I'm assuming is we might be seeing a new revised Super Saiyan 2 just to match the color scheme of all those. And by the way, that's the scale when you're comparing all the Gokus, and we'll also compare with other action figures as well. So let's see how tall he is. This Goku is looking to be a little bit under 6 inches. I would have to say 6 3/4. So he's decently, or sorry, not 6 3/4. I would say 5 3/4. So he's almost 6 inches. And that's really nice. And let's talk about articulation. So what we have here is a up and down at the toe. We have the ball joint. We have the new knee joint, which I really like. So when you put it together like that, it looks hidden. It looks very nice. Obviously, when you look in the back, you have these joints which don't look good, but in the front look very hidden. I love that a lot. So most of the time, I don't really pose Goku like from behind like that. Even though like this picture right here looks like he's like look at my butt. But no, anyway, that's not what I meant to try to show. But the point is that I really like these new joints, especially these upper leg joints. Oh man, that's really tight. It looks like he can't really side kick as well. It's just probably just way too tight. Yeah, side kicking him is just incredibly tight. That's because it's probably just because it's a new toy. And also, it seems like his pant leg right here is kind of interfering with the upper pant leg right there. So hence it makes it extremely tight. Yeah, kind of disappointing on that aspect because I really like side kicks, especially with the older ones with the ball joint. But yeah, you don't get that here. I mean, it's not as loose as it should. Maybe it just probably takes some work and you'll get it to side kick decently well. And of course, we have two midsection articulations there. We do not get any of the butterfly joints, which is, I guess that's okay. But we do have a bicep swivel there. We have a bend at the elbow. We have ball joint here at the wrist. And we have two articulations at the neck. Really nice. One thing I wanted to notice that I've kind of noticed, I didn't really think it was that big of a deal, but now that I've been looking at him for a while, he's extremely pale. I know this Goku has more shading. This one is not as much. In the back of the arms, you do see some good shading there. And then in the face, it's kind of just this plain pale look. And then when you look at the older one, it had like a really nice bronze tan over there. I know Super Saiyan 3 is a little bit more tan, but it could have had a little bit more shading, unfortunately, which I'm starting to think that this is kind of like a new thing. So let's look at new Vegeta here. And this is not the Super Saiyan Saga Vegeta, but this is the Super Saiyan body head with the Saiyan Saga head. And if you notice, Vegeta is extremely pale in the face too. So it seems like they're kind of just like straying away from the shading on the face and the skin tone. Unfortunately, I don't, oh man, that makes me a little bit sad that they're kind of lowering in quality. And it's very incremental that most people who would buy these would probably not even notice that the shading is kind of lacking. But for us who've been collecting these older ones, the shading was so nice on them. And now we're kind of just getting this pale look on their skin tone. So that's kind of a gripe here. Besides that, the hair and the outfit, really nice. It's very accurate to what Goku is. So now that we have articulation out of the way, let's compare him to other figures that are not SH Figuarts. And what I have here is the new Mezco Deadpool, which I will be reviewing very soon, hopefully by the end of this week. I have to complete that review. No unboxing here, just a review. And then, of course, we got to compare him to Marvel Legends, and we do have a Star-Lord from Marvel Legends. And it looks like, let's put that in focus. And it looks like all three of them do really work well together. Goku is naturally shorter than both of them. I'm guessing, maybe Maybe these two are just a tad too big. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments down below if they are indeed too big. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's look at all these accessories. And this is really the fun part for me because the accessories on the SH Figuarts are usually very abundant. And we have, let's see, we have 3 different faces. I'm going to take those out. And it looks like we get 8 different hands, which is pretty common for any of the Gokus that you get. Okay, so let's look at that face. You get an angry face. You get a yelling face. And of course you get here the side looking I hate you face. Probably going to do that when he's looking at Vegeta. And we have all kinds of hands here. We have the instant teleportation hand. Looks like we get 2 of them. We get Kamehameha hands. Pretty much everything that you can expect from a Goku figure. And here's another thing that you get down here. Let's try to take that out. It looks like you do get a stand, which is really nice. Stands are always a welcome addition to whatever action figure you buy, because that means you don't have to buy extra stands. Who wants to buy extra stands? It's more money to spend on action figures. Let's see if I can just take that out real quick. Okay, so it is your standard SH Figuarts stand. Okay, one more thing before we close this, I guess. I'm going to do a face swap before that. But one thing I wanted to tell you is that you guys, we don't get the Super Saiyan 3 charging up, I guess. Now, I know the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku came with this like charging up stand, and then you get the aura around him, which is sad that you don't get it this time. You kind of just get this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and they just don't give you any other accessory. Oh man, that really sucks. So yeah. Oh, also, one thing I kind of noticed as I was playing with his hair is that this hair is slightly articulated. This joint, there's 3 joints. There's one right here, and there's one right here. I think there's 3. Oh, I think there's like 4 in there. Wow, there's quite a bit. 1, 2, 3. No, maybe no, 3. Yeah, there's 3. Not very articulated. The end part is. This one moves a little bit better on side to side. So yeah, that's one thing. So let's do a quick face swap. Should be the same way as you do the original. You should just remove the face and remove it. Boom. There you go. Pretty easy. Wow, that was actually a really easy face swap there. Really loving that. So yeah, face swapping him is really easy, and let's get him on the stand. So obviously I'm going to put him with all his other hands when I'm posing him at the end of this video. And yes, the stand is pretty much standard SH Figuarts, and there he is, Super Saiyan 3 Goku in all his glory. Looking really fantastic. So far, first impressions of this figure are it's decently well done. I think the main problem I have is the skin tone really needs shading. I really want that old school shading just like in the original Goku here. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. And because, well, Vegeta suffers from that too. He's kind of just pale. So yeah, overall, he is decently well. I'm going to do a full review of him hopefully by the end of this week. So guys, stay tuned. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have
comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here, not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.
But first, before we do that, let's see how tall he is. He's looking to be roughly... Oh, sorry, wrong. Okay, let's do that again.